Hello, this is your captain speaking. We're back with more Kerbal Space Program, and here we have our biggest launch yet, the Alter Science Shuttle. Now, this is also going to be my biggest mission yet. It is crewed by Ted Kerman in the command pod up here, and an unfull mobile processing lab, which is crewed by Jendo Kerman. Now, there's only one person crewing it, even though it requires two, because on my way up, I'm going to go pick up Aldwise Kerman, who is stuck in orbit, and get that contract money from that. This craft is costing me about 120,000 credits, so, and I'm going to try and make that up on contracts, but I have so much money from this campaign at this point that I'm not really worried that much about it. Now, this thing, as you can see, it flies like a glove when it's taking off. It's great. So I'm just going to fast forward because you've all seen launches before. Stage separation and go. Alright, cool. Nothing blew up. That's good. Alright, so I got myself going into suborbital trajectory here, and I still have fuel left over in my launch stage, so that's very helpful. That'll help me get into orbit faster. I'm probably giving this thing way more fuel than it actually needs to get the mission done, which is good because that means more exploration. My actual goal for this is to get the shuttle up here to explore the biomes of Minmus and maybe do a pass-by of the moon before it comes back to Kerbin. But with all the extra fuel I have, I might actually end up doing a lot more than that, which I'm very excited for. My second plan, of course, is being to get it into a low orbit of about 5 kilometers over the moon's surface. Is that low? Yeah, that's low. 5 kilometers over the moon's surface and grab as much EVA and crew report science as I can before returning to Kerbin. Hopefully safely. Hopefully. Now, this that we have burning here, this KW rocketry Vesta, probably totally unnecessary because in preliminary tests I was able to get these atomic rocket motors to get us all the way to Minmus and still have plenty of fuel to land several times. However, I wanted to give myself as much fuel as I could on this mission. Okay, now that I'm in a stable orbit, I'm going to try and get myself into position to meet up with Aldwise Kerman, who is another Kerbal who is somehow stuck in orbit around Kerbin. I don't understand how they keep getting up there. I don't understand what crazy sequence of events keeps happening to get them up there. But I hope it's fun for them, I mean. Sending myself a bit far away here. Alright, I'll get them on that side of the planet. After playing around with maneuver nodes for a little bit, I got myself an encounter of 2.5 kilometers, which is adequately close enough to start actually doing the close range maneuvers to get myself to this poor stranded Kerman. Hello, it's future Damien, and here I accidentally burned towards the indicator that indicates the location of the Kerman, rather than the indicator telling me which direction I actually have to burn in to intercept it, but I noticed and fixed it right away. Alright, now that I've done some more corrections after fixing up that burn there, I have an encounter of 1.2 kilometers on the other side of the... actually, on the next day of the planet, so I have to complete a full orbit first before I get close enough. Alright, so quickly here, we're coming up on Aldwise Kerman. He's about to enter our very direct vicinity of 1.4 kilometers. And I don't know what the distance is for controlling them, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Okay, so now he's in loading distance. Oh, I can control him from 2 kilometers away. That's good. What I'm going to do with the ship, however, is slow myself down before I fully reach the node, so I don't, so he's not traveling at a ridiculous speed relative to me, and I won't be able to get him to the ship or get the ship to him. Alright, so now relative to the target, I'm moving... Oh, I just ran out of fuel on stage. Alright. Alright, so now relative to the target, I'm moving 0.8 meters per second. which is sufficiently slow for me to be able to catch the ship. If I can find it. There it is. 1.6 kilometers away. Perfect. I just gotta fly down there now. While I was accelerating towards the ship, I made an interesting observation that speed can potentially be deadly. Alright, we have... Oh shoot, I'm overshooting it! No! Oh man. Okay, I gotta try and slow myself down here. My bad. I overshot really fast and almost collided right into it. Would have killed my Kerbal. Whoops. Alright. I'm gonna come up slowly on it this time. He just looks happy that he's getting... Actually, it looks like perfectly neutral that he's getting rescued. Yeah, like, yeah, that's cool. You guys are saving me. Thanks. Thanks, I guess. You have any Wheaties? I really want some Wheaties right now for some reason. Alright, I'm going to orient my ship so I don't have an impossible time getting him on that ladder to get into the science module here. There we go. Flip it like that. There's my old ejected stage that I don't need anymore. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into the crew hatch with that little fuel pod right... Yeah, perfectly fine. Fits like a Kerbal. Anyway, that was a perfectly easy rescue mission. I love it when they go that easily because it means I don't have to spend that much time. Anyway, that was a perfectly easy Kerbal rescue mission, and now that we've ejected that final, now that we've ejected the orbit drive stage, you see the complete version of my ship. What we have here is 2 fuel pods that, once are out of fuel, I will eject them and try and collide one into the surface of Duna, or not Duna, I'm not going to Duna. Try and collide one into the surface of Minmus before I, land on the planet so I can try and get some, wait, I don't have a seismometer, never mind. Oops. Alright, that was a successful, easy rescue mission. Now, here we have the complete version of my ship after I ejected that, orbit drive pod. It's run on 2 atomic motors, which are the most fuel-efficient engines in the game, that aren't jet-powered or air-breathing. It's piloted by Ted Stead Kerman, and it's crewed by... hold on. Dang it. There we go. And it's crewed by Jendo and Aldwise Kerman. Aldwise, our new addition to the team. It's got all these little science gadgets, tons of electric power. I think like 1,650 electric charge. It's got a plethora of fuel. These are ejectable fuel pods, so once they're out, I can eject them, we'll get lighter. And I'm going to take this thing to Minmus first of all. Where is Minmus in its orbital plane? It's a little bit far along, a little bit farther along than I would like, but I could probably still work with this. We see there I accidentally eclipse the sun in the map mode there, and it actually looks really cool. I'm going to set up my maneuver node to take me to Minmus without totally overshooting like that. Ooh. After playing around with maneuver nodes for a little bit, I managed to get myself a good encounter with Minmus. It should be easy for me to roll that. Just gotta set myself up to the maneuver node and then time fast forward 20 minutes. After getting myself to the appropriate time for burning, I turn on my ship's little purple mood lights here and get ready for the long burn that's ahead of me. This is gonna be a 3 or so minute burn, so yep, expect more time acceleration. Future Damien here, and while the atomic rocket motors are very efficient, they're also incredibly slow. So expect me to cut a lot of parts out that are just very long burns. It's better for the both of us. Alright, here we are at the end of our burn here, and as you can see here on the map, hopefully, I got us a very, very close encounter of 15 kilometers. Which is jumping around because the game tends to do that. It's very indecisive. Oh, it's just lowered itself to 13 kilometers. Okay, well I'm going to time accelerate until I get there. Hopefully it won't jump around anymore. I don't end up, you know, plummeting into the surface of the moon. Let's go. Alright, here we are at Minmus, and now I'm going to get out and try and do some science while I'm around this area. Fantastic. Gonna pop out do an EVA report. Don't fly off the thing. Okay, well, I've already got high over Minmus, so that's fine. There's probably some part science I can do here. Hop on. Damn it. Damn it, Tedstead. I can't have you goofing around and what's the word I'm looking for? Jeopardizing the whole mission. Why'd I say deprivating? That's not the right word at all. Fucking... Don't let this be the death of the mission, come on. Oh! Oh, he did it! He grabbed on. Alright, whew! I thought that was gonna be the death of the whole mission there, was me not being able to get back in the gosh dang ship. Alright. I'm gonna get myself nice and tight with Minmus here and slow myself down for our orbital descent. Yes. That sounded like smart space stuff. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get myself into a very nice low orbit so I can pop out of the ship and do EVA reports and crew reports and also use my mystery goo so I can get the flying above the biomes sciences. I don't know what the highest altitude on Minmus is, but I'm burning myself down to about 5 kilometers here. So this is going to be a very close flyby of the surface of Minmus. I'm going to have to... oh, that's too close. See, I'm going to collide into that, that mountain right there if I were to take this course. Luckily, it's pretty good on the map of showing you when you're actually intersecting with an object, so you don't go colliding into it completely. Alright, so now I'm just above that. I have a little, like a thumbnail worth of space down there. Just burn a little bit more. I'm gonna go for exactly 5,000, well, roughly 5,000. Exacts are hard in this game. I'm gonna time excel until I get there. Da 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 da. The music in this game is so gosh darn lovely. Oh, now I'm intimidatingly close to the surface and only going to get closer from here. It's actually possible. I'm gonna orient my ship so I don't fucking fly off the thing again. It's actually possible to, hey, science. Keep data. Keep data. Whoa, why'd you come off? Come on. No. There we go, get back in the ship, and then I can use review data. I can return that data to Kerbin. View stored data. Return this data to Kerbin. I can get Tedwise, or Tedwise. That's not a name that anyone has. Get Tedstead Kerbin to get out, recover the data from this and this mystery goo container, and probably also do an EVA report above I am very close. I'm going to see if I can get myself a little bit closer here without totally killing myself. See, this is the scary part, because it's like, it's all right there, and I am on an intercept course with the side of this mountain right now, unless I go back to the ship, and I'm not even moving away from the ship. Okay, I'm moving away kind of fast. So, I went out tubing yesterday, in real life, I mean, and, I got out of the boat, because I had to pee in the water. Yeah, it's a lake, who gives a shit? Fish pee and that stuff all the time. And I got out of the boat, and it was a pretty windy day yesterday. I got out of the boat, into the water, just swam, like, maybe 10 meters away from the boat. Okay, see, now I'm not going to collide with the surface. It's that narrow of a difference. It kind of makes me want to do some daredeviling here and try and, like, scrape the surface with him. Anyway, I got out of the boat to pee. I swam about 10 meters away. I tried to pee, which is very awkward in water. It takes a good deal of push. If you're a guy, I don't know how it is for girls. And, as I was giving that push, I looked around and noticed, oh, the boat's moved about 50 meters away from me. And then I got this sense of scale that was horrifying to me. So that's the story of how I peed in the water. You're welcome. I'm going to transmit this data right here back to Kerbin, and this is going to get scrubbed up in the land so I can, or in the lab so I can clean this experiment right here. That's the really useful thing about labs, is after you've extracted data from a mobile, or a Science Junior, or a mystery goo containment unit, you can clean it up and then do the experiments again later. I'm only getting near Minmus right there, so that's not as valuable to me as I would like. Okay, I'm gonna hop out and do another EVA report. I'm above, see, you can see ground scatter. I'm that close to the surface. That intimidatingly close to the surface. Just above Minmus's Midlands. I'm not gonna get science from that, however, he's already explored here before. Oh, this is kind of scary. I'm just gonna... I might kill him by mistake. But this might be really funny. I wonder if I can see my shadow. Oh, jeez! This is really close. Okay, I gotta monitor the map here, make sure I'm not actually gonna collide with the surface. Where's my shadow at? Where's the sun? Okay, so the shadow's gonna be really far thrown anyway. Oh my god! You can see the rock's just big enough. That's maddening. Alright, I'm gonna get back in the ship because this is horrifying. EVA report again. I picked up Minmus's Highlands, so I don't crash into the side of a mountain here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get back in the ship, and I'm probably going to come in for a landing, and I need to start planting flags on biomes because I'm not actually sure of all the biomes here. Holy crap. Oh, jeez. It's so scary. Alright. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Come on. Damn it, too high. Too high. Ah, now I'm moving into blackness too, so it's getting harder to see. Alright, crew report. I've already gotten in space near Minmus. Minmus's Highlands. And now I'm probably going to be doing a lot more of this for a while. So I think it's time for us to bring the episode to a close. Join me next time as I explore the surface of Minmus. This is your captain signing off.